First-round pick, taken 13th overall out of Kentucky. The guard Tyler Hero, who started all 37 games for the Wildcats a year ago, all SEC second team. So it's always fun to see these draft picks. And, you know, a guy that played at Kentucky and, you know, was a high draft pick, and he'll get his first taste of some NBA action here tonight.
Well, I think GM Pat Riley and head coach Eric Spoelstra saw what they wanted to see out of Mr. Hero. The fact that he can shoot the ball, he comes down off of pin downs, and he is a knockdown shooter. Will he be able to put the ball on the deck and guard his position? That will be shown. You know,
another player that we were impressed with here a year ago in Sacramento at this event was Duncan Robinson. And, you know, he's a two-way player with the Heat. He's able to get 15 games of NBA experience under his belt, 33 games in the G League, and there is Duncan Robinson. And the one thing we learned last year, he can shoot the rock.
Yes, he can. With the Sioux Falls Skyforce, the G League affiliate, he knocked down 157 three balls last year, setting a record for them. So he doesn't see many shots that he doesn't like.
Day one of a three-day event. And again, the nightcap with Sacramento and Golden State. But right now it's the Lakers coached by Kobe Carl and Miami coached by Eric Glass. Eric Glass with the Miami Heat, 10 years with that organization. Kobe Carl, of course, the son of the legendary coach George Carl. And last 3 years he's been the head coach of the South Bay Lakers.
Always good for your G League affiliate to have the same sort of system that you run in the parent club, so that seamlessly when you send a guy down, he's able to get the tutelage, get the coaching, run through the sets and the plays, and then it's a seamless approach when you come back to the parent club.
See the officials. Number 29 there is Mark Lindsay. He'll be working a game with Ben Taylor and Trey Maddox. They're deciding on which ball to use.
The round one, it's orange leather. Let's go with that one.
You know, I've always asked you might want to enlighten the fans about the difference in basketballs.
Well, you know what? When they break them out in training camp, they're terrible because they're new and they're slick. And if you look at what they just did, they threw a newer one to the side and they went and grabbed an older one because it has a little bit more grip on it.
All right, so we are ready to go. Perkins and Silva as we look from above. And Mark Lindsay will get this game started with the toss, and it's controlled by the Miami Heat.
Man, NBA action already, Grant. Yep. It doesn't stop, and it's exciting.
Yeah, they'll go right from here to Las Vegas. Now Robinson up top for Hero, the man we were talking about, and his jumper is short, and the rebound taken by Perkins of the Lakers. Joe Young operating the point guard here in the Summer League for the Lakers. Again, 3 years of NBA experience. They get it down low. And good defense, but they're going to say a reach-in. And the first foul of Summer League goes against Silva.
Yes, good ball movement right there. Dakota Mathis with a nice little bounce pass into the interior of the Heat defense. Good ball movement by the Lakers.
Now going to the line is Nick Perkins, the rookie out of Buffalo last year, first-team All-Mid-American Conference. He was also the MAC Sixth Man of the Year.
Yes, and he's playing with the right team because his favorite player is Mr. Kobe Bryant. So,
that's correct.
Yeah,
so that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got the right colors on, man.
Listed as a forward and center. And he misses both free throws, but the rebound comes back to the Lakers. Now it's Perkins again, and he gets the basket and a chance for one more.
Maybe a little wipe away right there to get him off. Perk, a big, strong guy, finishes at the basket. So now the free throw, maybe not much pressure on him. He can knock that one down.
Hero on the foul, his first. And so the Lakers score the first 3 points.
You know, last year, Grant, here we saw Bam Adebayo for the Heat play a bunch of point guard, allowing him to step out and show what he can do. And I think that's what you're seeing with Tyler Hero as well, as he just brought the ball up the court. Can he handle the basketball at this level?
Here's Young. We know he can handle the basketball, and he gets to the rack and scores. Nice drive by Joe Young. Again, the veteran point guard out of Oregon with 3 years NBA experience. Robinson puts it on the floor, drives and scores against Matthias.
Yeah, Robinson was impressive, as you mentioned last year, Grant, the ability to knock down shots. And right there you see putting it on the deck and getting to the basket and finishing, which will loosen up the defense most likely, maybe give him a wide open look.
Now Caroline dribbles into traffic and holds with 8 on the 24. Matthias. And his three is good. It rattles in and out. So it's a 1-point lead now for the Lakers.
Kind rim right there to Mr. Matthias.
Mayo down low. They find the open man, Silva. Good patience, and he scores.
Yeah, that is the right word, Grant. Nice little pump fake. Let the defense go by. Good footwork right there by Silva.
Now Matthias weaves in traffic and holds. Cut off by Robinson. Caroline finds the open Perkins, and he's traveled with the basketball, and they turn it over.
Well, one thing we know about the Miami Heat, whether it be summer league or regular season, the defense is a part of their game that they take extreme pride in, and you can see them on the defensive end of the floor working.
So the Lakers go back on defense, leading by 4 with 7:40 left here in the opening quarter. Now Robinson eludes traffic and goes cross court to Mayo, and his three is no good, and a foul over the back, and it's going to be on Miami's Chris Silva, the rookie forward out of South Carolina.
First team all defense in the SEC, so you know what he brings, Grant. How do you end a defensive possession with the backboard and a rebound?
Yeah.
So he's going to be on the glass, and he's going to give you a good effort on the defensive end.
I was going to mention he was first team all SEC, but my partner, he goes right to all defensive team.
Okay, we'll give him both.
And that three is good. So the long ball by Zach Norville Jr., of course, outstanding player from Gonzaga. First team all WCC.
What conference was that?
That is the WCC.
Yeah, that's the West Coast
You were
Conference.
up there a little bit, weren't you?
I know a few folk.
Here's Silva with the baseline pop. Same team.
They will fight for it.
The 11-4 with the Lakers off to the quick start. Young goes to the baseline. Miami's defense is there. Now Perkins launches an angle three, and it is short. Another offensive rebound. New shot clock to 14 underneath, and a foul, and more Laker free throws. This time Jordan Caroline, the young man out of Nevada, started 135 games for the Wolfpack. He ended up as the conference's all-time rebounder.
There you go.
You know, his father was Simeon Rice, the outstanding defensive player in the National Football League.
Yes. You know, as you look at this, Grant, the Lakers getting out to an early lead. They are passing and cutting and moving and sharing the basketball. On the other end of the floor, it's more set-based. The Miami Heat are running sets. And at this level, you've been together only a short amount of time. You had a quick training camp, normally 3 days. So if you move the ball and share the ball and play some defense, you're going to get some good looks.
Kyle Alexander is coming from Miami, replacing Chris Silva. Alexander played 4 years at Tennessee for the Volunteers. And that ball is kicked, so it will stay the same way. Put me in the head here. I know it's Summer League at Sacramento. We're not in Vegas yet.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero, you know, the young man out of Kentucky, first-round pick, number 13. Butterflies for this game?
You know, listen, he's from Kentucky. You are excited that you have made it to the NBA. So from that standpoint, maybe the little butterfly by, you know, just trying to get your feet underneath you, but not much. I think now, once the ball's thrown up, he's out there, he's having a good time, and he's playing ball. And the Lakers again quickly up the floor, and that side pop from three is no good by Matthias. And Miami down 8 early, and here is a pull-up three by the man we were just talking about, Hero. It is short. Offensive rebound, Alexander stolen. Here's the break, Perkins. And Perkins with the two-hand jam for the Lakers, and it's 14-4. Yeah, he just threw the ball to the entirely wrong team right there. Now Hero is open. Oh, I love his confidence, Grant. You can see he grabbed a rebound to play before, dribbled down right into a transition three, comes right back, no hesitation whatsoever. 35% from three a year ago, and he picks off the pass. 14-7. Hero pushing.
finds Robinson for a three. So back-to-back triples for Miami.
Now, that is a part of Tyler Hero's game that if he can produce that way, grab a rebound, bring it up, create a play for a teammate, he's going to get some serious minutes with the Miami Heat.
5 minutes here in the first quarter, in the first of a doubleheader. Here's Joe Young. Now Perkins posting, spinning. A little bit too hard, and Robinson has it for Miami. They've made a couple of threes to get right back in it. Hero. Robinson with a good look. There's another one.
Well,
how about that? 9 points in a hurry for the Miami Heat unanswered.
Greg, you know he loves this gym. He did this to us last year.
Yes, sir.
He heated up, and before you know it, they were coming from everywhere. Great pass.
Oh, beautiful cut and the basket by Matthias, but it was a beautiful setup.
Yes, Norville Jr. with a beautiful backdoor pass. Matthias paying attention, and you know, if you're not open, keep moving. Don't stand still.
Again, Duncan Robinson has made a couple of threes. This time it's Hero down low, and no, but getting to the foul line will be Alexander. And we have a timeout. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the opening quarter from Sacramento, and the Lakers lead by 3.
Saddle up. The Rodeo King is now part of the Kings Collective.
Christie, Golden One center. The Heat and the Lakers separated by 3 points with 4:03 left here in the first. A couple of free throws upcoming for Alexander. We mentioned played 4 years at Tennessee. 105 starts during his 4-year career for the Vols. You know, last year he started every game, 7.3 points. He had 6.6 rebounds.
One time, gentlemen. Stay in your lane.
But right now, Miami with a couple of threes in succession before these free throws to get them right back in the game after trailing early. And it's now a 1-point game with 4 minutes left. Young stays in. Kaycock is out there for the Lakers. Devontae Kaycock out of UNC Wilmington. Now the give and go, and Young, and he hangs and he gets it to fall. Beautiful play by Joe Young.
Yes, great body control right there by Joe Young, finishing amongst the trees.
Jeremiah Martin now handling the basketball. Very interesting story we'll talk about more as this game progresses. Duncan Robinson is fouled by Dakota Matthias. That's his first. See Nick Weiler-Babb, the rookie guard out of Iowa State, in. And here he is. Well, that's coming in the game and being ready.
No doubt. Do not be shy, my friend. Pull it up, Mr. Babb.
And we are even at 18. Going to get a look in a moment at Trey Mourning, the son of Alonzo Mourning, one of the all-time great players in Heat history.
An absolute Hall of Famer, big-time player, played with heart. Zoe was one of the best.
You ever get the ball swatted away by Zoe on one of your drives?
A few times.
A few times.
More than once.
Yeah.
That's back when you could foul and they just kind of look at you, and then you weren't going to get that probably thrown out of the game. So you got the heart to come back was the question.
And there is the young man, Trey Mourning. The rookie out of Georgetown at 6'9", 220 is checking out of the game to Zach Norville. We'll set the lineups in a moment, but talk about Trey Mourning. All 4 years at Georgetown, played 62 games, started 11 of those, and he'll inbound with just over 3 minutes left. Robinson stays into the game for Miami. He's out there with Charles Cook, the rookie guard out of Dayton. And here he is, and he's fouled from 3 by Joe Young. So 3 free throws with under 3 minutes left and a timeout. And Miami will have a chance to take the lead after this break with the Lakers on top 20-18 here in game 1 from Sacramento.
Who are you?
I am failure.
Failure. I thought I defeated you.
Perhaps. But more success sows more doubt.
That doesn't concern me.
Your weakness should concern you.
I still remember how to beat you.
The first quarter, Miami has a chance to take the lead from the foul line with 3 free throws upcoming. You know, the real story for Miami, they, were down early by double digits. They were down by 10. Their three-point shooting got them right back in the game. They've made 4 of 7.
Yeah, they can knock down the 3-ball, Duncan Robinson, and also Tyler Hero, who I've been really impressed with, Grant, letting him run the point guard, shoot the basketball, but also a little playmaking and dribbling ability by Mr. Hero.
Meanwhile, the Lakers, they are shooting very well from the field, 7 of 10. They are led by Joe Young's 6 points. Nick Perkins, Dakota Mathias with 5 each in this opening quarter. And now a chance to tie the game after missing the first. Charles Cook, the rookie guard out of Dayton. Last year, 40 games with Sioux Falls. Misses. Oh, and they find the open man in the basket there by Mourning. And that makes it a Miami lead of 21-20. That is their first lead of this opening quarter.
Yeah, great rebound by Kyle Alexander. Grant, you mentioned out of Ontario, Canada, via Tennessee. Picked up the game at age 16, so he hasn't been doing it a long time. You see the length, you see the talent right there on the defensive end, so he has the good motor.
Kaycock had his shot blocked. Now the Lakers on defense trying to stop this surging Miami team as they've come from 10 down to take the lead.
Well, a couple things, Grant. They started playmaking, meaning just play basketball. You know, running sets is one thing, but one thing out here that's going to show over everything is your IQ and do you have a motor. Those two things, because you can't set up a lot of plays.
Miller McIntyre got across court. There's the block by Alexander. Breaking out Robinson. He's one-on-one. Takes the bump and will get to the line.
This Alexander, Grant, I like the timing right there. A rebound on the other end, timing on the shot block. It looks to be a good prospect.
And in between free throws, the Lakers are going to put Roscoe Allen in, who played collegiately at Stanford last year in Japan.
Roscoe went to Stanford. We know one thing about him.
He's very intelligent.
Thank you very much.
Now, you know, he was born in Hungary. He didn't even come to the United States until he was 12 years old.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Well, the SAT was better than mine, I'll tell you that.
Mine, too. By double.
I won't even speak on it. Well done, Mr. Allen. A little full court pressure right here by the Miami Heat.
23-20 with under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Cody Miller McIntyre. Now he finds Allen. Oh, and he takes some big contact. That foul is on Weiler Babb. No question, that was a rather easy foul to call.
Yeah, I would say so. That was a collision right there, and that's when you check your bearings. Make sure everything is still nice and tight. Well, what got the Heat back into it as well, Grant, is the consistency on the defensive end. You know that you're going to get that effort from Heat teams, and they are bringing it.
10 on the clock. That 3 is no good from Mathias.
Two-hand rebound right there by Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson having an outstanding opening quarter, and it's a nice job by Roscoe Allen to force the turnover.
Yes. Good read right there. Steps out on Duncan Robinson. Nowhere to go with the sideline being an extra defender.
Tyler Hero's coming in for Robinson. Silva in for Alexander. With 1:29 left here in the first. Miller McIntyre working on Weiler Babb. Allen to Matthias. Shot clock at 7. Now picked up on a switch. Spinning on the baseline. Kaycock. Rebound. And that's taken by Mourning. Look at how quickly Miami gets up in transition. And boy, how about another good play? But out of bounds. That Roscoe Allen has come in and he's everywhere.
Yeah, he's making his impact felt on the defensive end. Stepping out on the pick and roll, hustling back in transition. Well done.
Jeffrey Carroll is coming in. Matthias is out. Jeffrey Carroll, last year with the South Bay Lakers. He played collegiately at Oklahoma State. And we've got a whistle away from the ball on the Lakers. It's on Cody Miller-McIntyre.
Yeah, that is was a point of emphasis last year. The ability to grab a player around the waist is something that the defense used to be able to do. You can't do it anymore. More emphasis on freedom of movement.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because for a lot of these players, it's their first experience of how the games are going to be called at the NBA level.
Oh, yes. And there is a level of physicality, but with freedom of movement, more scoring, the ability for guys to move around, and allowing the offense to have a little bit more leverage now than the defense. Some people say a lot. I'm saying a little. You got to adjust.
We've had a 15-point swing here in the first with Miami on top 25-20. The 3-ball got him back in halfway through this quarter. The matchup is the one that Miller-McIntyre wanted, but he missed his shot. Down a half minute. Wide open. And that is good from Charles Cook. And that makes it 28-20 with the long ball.
Yeah, if you're Eric Glass, head coach for the Miami Heat right now, you got to love the defensive effort, and then it turns into transition. They make the right play and knock down a 3-ball in the corner.
4-second differential on the clocks, with Miami leading 28-20. See Miami running out of double team. Look at that. They send 2 guys to the ball, Doug. 2 on the clock. Allen a deep 3. And that's a 24-second violation. How about that defense? You were just talking about it, and they forced a bad shot.
Yeah, a little scramble trap right there. They made Tyler Hero live, and he goes up, gets the ball out of the point guard's hands, and Lakers end up with a bad shot.
Yeah, and Miami and Eric Glass going to take a timeout with 3.8 seconds left. And a lead of 28-20.
They came storming back, did they not?
Oh, boy.
Down by double figures early, the Miami Heat. The defensive effort continues to bring them back. And then you mentioned it, Grant, the ability to knock down some threes. That did it.
Yeah, 24-6 run by Miami. Hey, coming up next, Summer League action continuing right here on NBA TV and the ESPN app. It's Golden State and Sacramento, the nightcap here in day 1 from the California Classic.
And I'm happy to
Four to 6 run over the Lakers to extend their lead to 8 points.
Yeah, you got to be happy about that if you are the Miami Heat. The ability to knock down the 3, continue to tighten things up on the defensive end, and the Lakers just kind of got a little bit stagnant. They were running kind of handoff, weave out front, not really penetrating, trying to get into the teeth of the defense. And this Heat defense, doesn't matter who's out there, they're going to give you the effort.
Looks like that Nick Mayo is going to inbound the ball in front of the Miami bench. Lakers picking up man-to-man. Not going to make this easy for the Heat. See what Eric Glass wants his team to do. Down to 2 seconds. Cook at the buzzer. Oh, it's going to count. That is going to count. And what a run for the Miami Heat in this first quarter. They were down 10, and they take the lead of 10 into the second. It's 30-20, Miami after 1 here from Sacramento. 24-6 run to close out the first. And again, shooting 5 of 8 from distance, 62%. An outstanding job. And really, I think you made a good point. They got a lot of their points due to aggressive defense that created, situations down the court where they had the advantage in numbers.
Well, also, Grant, 7 assists in the first quarter. That is a fantastic number. That's about 28 for the game, obviously, if they can keep that up.
Yep.
And for Summer League basketball, that's sharing the rock.
And only 2 turnovers. Now Hero into the lane, and the scoop. Nope. Hero stays with it. Hero again, and he gets it. Good effort there by the first-round draft pick out of Kentucky, taken 13th overall in last month's draft.
He's going to be many people's hero down there in Miami. Playing like that.
Got a 3-second call, and that's going to result in a free throw for the Lakers. Going to the line will be Jeffrey Carroll. Again, last year with the South Bay Lakers, 11 starts in 24 games. When he was in high school, he led his high school team Owensboro to the Kentucky State title, and in 2015 he was a finalist for Kentucky Mr. Basketball. And if you're on that list, that's pretty darn impressive.
Oh yeah, you are doing some things, and a lot of these players, 6'6", play multiple positions. If it's not in the NBA, there are many outlets for basketball nowadays, whether it be the G League, overseas.
Now 5 on the clock. Miller McIntyre up top, Allen, and he hits the 3. So Roscoe Allen coming in and playing well, and that cuts the lead to 32-23.
Nicely done. Roscoe's given a good effort on the defensive end, and now you see the shooting ability.
Now Hero finds Mourning. Oh, how about Trey Mourning?
Think he outshoots his dad?
Yes.
I love it. Good pass right there. Hero is really impressing me, Grant, because they're allowing him to play the point guard position. And at that size, if he can get some minutes there, watch out.
Offensive foul. It's on Allen. One shot from the outside by Trey Mourning tells me that he would beat his dad in that department. But downstairs in the paint, a different story.
Not happening.
No.
I'm sure they've had many battles. Dad probably still beats up on him on the interior, but you're right, Grant. If he's stepping out, knocking down the 3 ball.
Second quarter action here. Remember, 10-minute quarters in Summer League in this California Classic. 35-23. And this time Hero is no good, and it looks like it is going to be off of the Lakers. Nope, they're going to say it's 14 on the clock. Yep. It is going to stay in the same direction. One official made it very clear that it would be Miami basketball. That was Ben Taylor on the baseline. And that ball slipped out of his hands on that pass. Cook, 3 to shoot.
Good find.
And that is good. Another 3 ball by the Miami Heat. Nick Weiler-Babb. And that makes it 38-23.
Yeah, good patience right there by the Heat. You could hear their bench calling butter. Butter is when the shot clock gets under 10, and good communication by them. And this is when your basketball acumen and IQ shows up. When that clock starts getting low and it's just an inbounds play, and you got to scramble and figure something out. Passing, cutting, driving, sharing the ball.
Coming back into the game for the Lakers is Joe Young. And out of the game is Allen. Miami now 7 of 11 from 3.
Looks like they got a little amoeba zone here going on, Grant. Good find.
Boy, that was a nice feed.
Yeah.
Down low, open was Devontae Kaycock.
Smart for Kaycock to keep moving. Normally in his zone, guys will stand still. He runs the baseline and finds a wide open shot.
38-25. We have a defensive 3-second call, and that will result in a technical. Tyler Hero will go to the line. Again, all SEC second team at Kentucky. 13th overall pick.
You can see he really has a good shot on him. He coming off down screens and different things. haven't really seen that much of that particular part of his game, because that's what he specialized really when he was in Kentucky. Right here, they're trying to see how far his game can stretch. Can he handle the basketball? Can he run the point? Can he run a team?
Miami's been out here since the 27th. They had their camp here before this first game. There's Robinson. And a rebound taken by Young. Now Young ahead of the field. Gets it right back, accelerates and takes a bump. And the foul is on Hero. Bill inbound on the side with 7:10 left here in the second quarter. Miami up 14.
And that'll be the other part of Hero's game, that they evaluate Grant. Can he guard his position?
Then they stay in that same defense. Young, nice fake. That shot no good by Carroll. And Miami with it.
But well done by Joe Young. He created all of that with a nice little pump fake, one dribble step in.
Robinson drives. Robinson now passing in the interior. Robinson. Nice pass and a dunk by Mourning.
Yeah, two areas that he might have Dad beat in is the interior passing right there and the perimeter shooting.
And we have a foul, and it's going against the Heat. Good aggressive play there by Devontae Kaycon. Norval is coming in. Carroll out for the Lakers with 6:29 left here in the second quarter. 41-25 Miami. And back in Jeremiah Martin. And coming out as Hero.
Nice action by both teams, though, Grant. The competitiveness of both teams getting after it. You expect a little bit of sloppiness early on, especially in Summer League, as guys are learning each other's tendencies and trying to do the right thing with the coach and focus on the plays, as we see a knockdown shot right there.
Yeah, Zach Norville Jr. 41-28. That is the fourth three ball of the Lakers in this first half. Now Robinson's shot is rejected by Kaycock. Now Young.
Oh, good pass. Oh.
Yeah, passing up an open shot was Miller McIntyre. I don't think he realized how open he was.
Yeah, you got to let that one fly, and it leads to a turnover, Grant.
Yeah. And Martin and a blocking foul. Timeout, 5:42 left here in the half. And the Miami Heat leading this one 41-28.
Rated M for mature. Forget everything you know about mobile games. And get ready to raid. Explore, collect, and fight.
Sacramento, the Miami Heat leading the Lakers 41-28. They were down 10 early, but they have surged into the lead thanks to the long ball and really good defense.
Yes. Only 2 turnovers as well, Grant. 10 assists, and they're out rebounding the Lakers by 3, 13-10 as well.
Martin missing the free throw. (42-28). Cody Miller McIntyre with the ball handling duties here for the Lakers at the moment. Now Allen with a strong take. Oh, what a block shot. Beautifully timed there by Alexander.
Man, I like him, Grant, so far.
Active.
I mean, he picked up the game at 16 years old. I mean, there's a lot right there. And another 3 ball knocked down right there.
Boy, they keep on firing away, don't they?
Yeah, but listen, offense created by your defense. Nice shot block, get down the floor and knock down a shot. Allen with another one.
So Allen answers back, 45-31.
Roscoe Allen, so far, Grant, has been your 3-and-D guy. Showed the defense, knocked down 2 3 balls.
Well, you know what he looks? He shows you that he knows how to play the game, regardless of productivity. He just seems to really have a good feel for the game. And there is the 3 by Miami. Nick Mayo. Everyone's hitting 3s right now for the Heat, and they lead it by 17. Man is right.
All of them created as well, Grant. Somebody helping a teammate.
Shot clock at 10 seconds. And again, a strong take. Drawing the foul is Allen.
Yeah, I like what I see out of Roscoe Allen. I mean, his ability to put the ball on the deck. He showed the first one, very first one, was a really, really hard foul that happened. But beyond that, he had stepped out on a pick and roll, nice trap, shot a couple 3 balls, and now he gets himself to the line.
That foul is on Mayo. Now Matthias, Perkins, and Caroline back in. Meanwhile, Hero is coming in for Miami.
Grant, you mentioned it, Roscoe Allen. Why does he stand out besides the shots that he's knocking down? It's the IQ. It's the ability to understand how to play basketball. And that out here, helping your teammates, trapping on the defensive end, doing the little things will make you stand out.
Jeremiah Martin. Now to Robinson. 10 on the clock. 4 minutes left here in the half. And a foul on the Lakers, Nick Perkins. Caroline in for Roscoe Allen, who had some good work while he was in there. Allen with 8 points in 8 minutes.
Yeah, and if you are Kobe Carl and the Lakers, you just want to try to get this underneath 10 points or right about 10 by the end of this half.
Hero. Nope. That one forced a little bit. And that 3, no good. It was a flat shot coming from Caroline.
Yeah, Alexander kept that alive. Nice tip right there. Leads to a layup on the other end.
Yeah,
I like
Jeremiah
this Alexander.
Martin from Memphis, and played his college ball in Memphis. That shot no good by Norville. Robinson. Oh, nice move, and gets to the foul line. He took the bump. And that foul is on Nick Perkins. Well, I'll tell you, and again, we saw this last year from Duncan Robinson. You know, he played collegially at Michigan, two-way player with Miami, 15 games of NBA experience. And he's a kid that looks like he could have a career in the NBA. He was good when we saw him last year in July, and you can see the improvement. That's what you want, you know, see how much better you can get from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah, he has some poise about him. The fact that he can shoot the basketball, he understands. That's the IQ. He understands how that can help him out here, meaning he catches ready to shoot the basketball, and you have to respect it, get the guy up off of his feet, and then he puts the ball on the deck, creates an opportunity at the free throw line.
Now, you played for Pat Riley, right?
Yes, sir. Well, I didn't play. I sat on the bench. But
you
I was
sat
there.
on the bench?
Yeah, it's
Is
okay.
that right?
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Did you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, me and Herb Williams down at the end of the bench, getting schooled every day.
That was extremely early in your career.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. When you go through Pat Riley's system, you are better for it, my friend. better early than late. You might have ran a tread off of me.
And Caroline is fouled by Alexander. And that gets us to a timeout with 2:58 left here in the half. And Miami has built up a 52-32 lead. Miami is up by 19. And again, we point to the three-point shooting, which has been outstanding in this first half. The Miami Heat, 9 of 14.
Better do it any time, Mapes.
Yep. And, you know, again, you talk about the assist to turnovers, 12 assists and only 2 turnovers for Miami.
Yeah, and then if you look on the opposite side, the Lakers, 8 assists, 5 turnovers, and those 5 turnovers have led to 9 Miami points. They get out in the open court, share the basketball, get to the basket. Well done by them. Caroline shooting a three-pointer, so he gets 3 free throws as he got Alexander in the air and draw the foul.
(52-36), under 3 minutes here in the half.
Well, there you go. The Lakers coming out with a little trapping zone of their own.
Here's Robinson. Oh, he stays red hot. Duncan Robinson. Martin, and he scores. So the Miami Heat very active, and they score to make it 57-36. But how about Robinson with 15 first half points?
And I think he likes this court, man.
It's 10 3-pointers for Robinson.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he scored right there, but a little bit too much one-on-one, and the Lakers losing a little poise right here as they close the half.
That's Perkins with the basket, 57-38, and we've got a foul away from the ball, and that foul is on the Lakers, Dakota Mathias. Did you find certain arenas that you just walked into that you felt super comfortable?
Yeah, sometimes it's just the sight lines, it's the lighting. Every arena is a little bit different. You and I do a radio show and we talk about the NHL and how all the rinks are the same, so home ice isn't as big. Well, in the NBA, it's a little bit different because all the arenas are different. Some you get the theater lighting. It just depends.
Yep. Yeah, all the backgrounds are different. The depth perception, as you pointed out. Alexander with the baseline shot.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice tip there by Nick Mayo, the young man out of Eastern Kentucky. Beautifully timed. Look at that, Miami. Oh, good effort there by Martin. Throws it ahead to Mayo in the dunk. That is a heck of a play by Jeremiah Martin, and the Lakers want a timeout. Boy, that was impressive.
All defense right now by the Miami Heat, getting after it, Grant, trapping, scrapping, hustling, and it's all leading to points.
You talk about an honor that Jeremiah Martin had. You know, in his last game playing for the Memphis Tigers, the mayor of Memphis declared the last game Jeremiah Martin Day. Now that is spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah, a kid from Memphis, 4 years at Memphis, and they recognize what he's meant to that community, that city, and well done by him. We don't know him, but I'm sure a really good young man.
And now with Penny Hardaway there coaching that program, oh, they're rocking and rolling, aren't they? They got some good young players lined up.
They're the hottest thing in town, and Penny, he's going to get after those kids and have them playing at an extremely high level.
But back to Martin, you know, he had 100 starts in his 4-year career at Memphis, and one thing, he's playing full tilt all the time.
Well, you could see it right there. Going after, first of all, off the pick and roll, you want to shoot your hands high. Make sure that it's tough for the guard to deliver the pass. He does that, gets a deflection, then doesn't stop on the play, Grant, all the way into the front row over here, came into the statistician and tips the ball back, and really well done.
So again, it's 61-38 with 1:42 left.
Well, this is the way that you want to close quarters and close halves, and the Miami Heat are doing just that. Now 7 turnovers for 13 points by the Los Angeles Lakers, and still Miami taking care of the basketball, Grant. 2 turnovers for 2 points for the Heat.
10 of 15 from 3-point land for the Heat. It's one reason why they lead at 61-38.
And look, they're not stopping. There's 1:42, and Coach Glass tells them, let's not rest on our laurels. Get out there, pick up, let's get after them. Trying to set a tone.
Norville picked up by Robinson. Norville gets a half step. Robinson recovers Perkins, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Perkins. Robinson drawing the foul.
Yeah, see, normally, Grant, the problem is you don't beat pressure with dribbles. You beat pressure with passes and cuts, because the guys are up, they're out in the passing lanes. You backdoor, you step up the lane, little quick passes, and you can beat the pressure. The Lakers are trying to beat it with the dribble. Unless you got a De'Aaron Fox on your team, and he just goes down. Somebody that can handle the ball or just incredible speed.
So Hero with Robinson in the baseline. Alexander back for Hero. 4 to shoot. He's going to have to create. 2 to shoot. Beats the clock. No good. And the rebound taken by Caroline. Caroline quickly over to Matthias. He launches the 3 and bricked it. Robinson. Now to Hero. His angle 3. Good. Miami with another long ball, 64-38. That's 11.
Man, doing it off of stops.
Young short. Under a minute. It's all Miami.
Oh, boy.
15 assists, 2 turnovers. Oh, and they are catching fire here in Sacramento.
Tyler Hero. Woo!
67-38.
He is throwing flames.
Wow.
But you notice, Grant, all of them on stops, transition, getting out.
And here's a nice drive by Jordan Caroline. 67-40. I'll tell you, you score 67 points in 10-minute quarters. That's impressive.
Yeah, you're doing some work. It's been the 3 ball. They've been knocking it down, but also the turnovers, getting out in transition. That'll do it.
12 of 17 from 3. Hero. He's played very well. He's got 12 points, and they got a 24-second violation.
A little chippiness right there.
Oh, and a technical foul. Double technical fouls. It's Hero and Perkins that get called for the double techs. And the Lakers want a timeout with 2.8 seconds left. You don't see that a lot in Summer League.
No, you do not. But they want to see if they can probably set up a play and maybe get something as Hero and Perkins.
I wanted to ask you something earlier because you experienced playing for Pat Riley.
Yes.
And he's been so successful, and with the Miami Heat now and what he's done there. And I guess with Pat Riley, you would know this better than me. There's a right way to do things, and there's a wrong way. And there's really no in between.
No, there is not. And as you can see, it's also been successful, which you go there, it's part of the culture. It's how things are done. And you are going to work when you get with Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. And that work has produced championships. It's also produced a culture. As we look at Eric Spoelstra right there, University of Portland. Grant, that would be the WCC. Thank you very much. Man, a lot of WCC plugs in here today. But they have a culture of work. It doesn't matter what the name is on the back of the jersey. You are a Heat player. You come in here and you put your work in, and it's been well done and very successful.
Well, and the other aspect is, whether you are the equipment manager or you're the trainer or you happen to be a secretary, you all have one common goal in the organization.
That's well said, because everyone is pulling for the same direction.
Yes.
There are no shenanigans. This is what we're doing. This is Miami Heat basketball and culture, and the byproduct of all of that has been a lot of success, and people respect that.
2.8 seconds. First half dominated by the Miami Heat. After a slow start, they got it going. 2.8. Let's see what Kobe Carl is able to diagram, and that will be no good. So, a outstanding first half for the Miami Heat as they take the lead into the locker room with 20 minutes in the books here from the California Classic. They lead 67-40.
Everyone loves a throwback, but
back here in Sacramento at the California Classic, Grant Napier, Doug Christie, and how about that Miami Heat three-point shooting? Wasn't that something?
Man, they let it go early and often. They got out to a slow start, and all of a sudden they were down by double digits, but it was their defense. But you mentioned it, Grant, the ability to shoot the 3 ball separated them in that first half like no other.
Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, They were down 10 early, and then they really got the offense going.
Well, both of them 3 for 5 from behind the arc, and Tyler Hero comes out, and really what Coach Glass is trying to do is allow Tyler to show that he can maybe handle the basketball and play a little combo guard at the NBA level.
All right, what's Kobe Carl telling his team at halftime?
Well, he's telling them, look, guys, you can't panic, but we got to compete. Can't turn the basketball over, and we got to share the basketball, because early on when they were moving the ball and moving bodies, they were in the game. They were up by 10.
All right, but the story of this first half was three-point shooting of Miami. And, I mean, that's incredible, Doug. They ended up making 12 of 17 in that first half.
If you're ever going to make 12 of 17, you are probably going to have the lead. I don't care if it's Summer League or it's the NBA regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why they lead at 67-40. Again, we talk about 67 points in 20 minutes of work. That's impressive.
It is, but a lot of it comes from the defensive end. Grant, they cause 8 turnovers, and you get 13 points off of it. And right there you see, whether it's rebounds, turnovers, whatever it is, they get out in the open court, and you're watching them knock down the 3 ball. This was beautiful right here by Tyler Hero in transition. The confidence to pull up after he saw one go in, his confidence was sky high.
There's no doubt. Good-looking player. You know, we talk about the draft pick out of Kentucky, 13th overall. Seems like he's got a very good feel for the game.
I like what I see out of him, because at Kentucky what we saw is pin downs, coming off, knocking it down. Not a lot of ball handling, but right here Coach Glass says, here's the ball, young fella. We're going to run you off pick and rolls. We know that you can shoot it. See if you can create something for your teammates as well.
Hey, what else is going to be fun as we get you through this second half? This arena's starting to fill up.
Oh, yes.
And Sacramento and Golden State are playing in the second game. And, of course, we'll have that for you right here on NBA TV. But the energy's starting to really pick up in this building.
No doubt. Last year, the California Classic was spectacular. I believe it was 40 or 50,000 fans that came through the turnstiles. And this year, I don't think anything less. This is going to be full just here shortly.
Yes, it is. But for right now, we've got one half of basketball left with Miami and the Lakers. And then again, we talk about Sacramento and the Golden State Warriors. If you're joining us a little bit late, I mean, the Lakers came out playing very well. They were up by 10 before you knew it. And then Miami made 3 threes in a row. And they erased that lead in less than a minute, it seemed like. And they have not really slowed down. You know, we talk about the second game coming up. I talked to Jimmer Fredette about 45 minutes ago. He's on the Golden State Warriors Summer League roster, and it's going to be fun to watch Jimmer, who averaged well over 35 points a game last year in China. He finished this season with the Phoenix Suns, so don't go anywhere, because we got a lot of fire. We talk about three-point shooting that we're seeing here in this first half. Wait till Jimmer takes the floor.
Oh, yeah, there's not a shot that Jimmer doesn't like. If he sees it, he's going to let it go, especially at Summer League.
All right, speaking of three-pointers, I was just a moment ago in the back talking to Pacey Stojakovic.
I think I've seen him shoot a couple. Flamethrower in his own right, no doubt.
All right, both teams coming back out onto the floor, getting ready here for the second half. Give me the one adjustment you would like to see the Lakers make here.
Don't turn the ball over. I think that would be the start. You're allowing a Miami team to get out in transition, get themselves easy buckets, and on the defensive end, they're going to have to be a little bit more stout.
All right, second half action coming up as Miami leading 67-40 here from Sacramento.
At Burger King, get the Whopper meal deals for $4.
Back here in Sacramento, the third quarter beginning with the Lakers trailing this one 67-40, and a whistle quickly. And the foul is going against Hero.
Well, one thing Kobe Carl may have said is let's get a little bit more aggressive. As you see Joe Young come out and immediately turn away to pick and roll and goes right to the basket, gets downhill and gets a foul on Hero as they come out in the zone.
Now the quick shot by Matthias, and he hits the long ball.
Nicely done. Nice kickback pass right there on the inbound.
Jeremiah Martin, again, a four-year player from Memphis. Good defense, but it comes to Mayo, and he walks in uncontested and dunks. 69-43.
Sometimes that's just the bounce of the ball because the Lakers with a really good defensive stance right there.
Boy, look at that aggressive defense, and now this foul is on Jeremiah Martin.
Well, the one thing about the Heat's defense, Grant, is everyone is aggressive. So that means that the referee can't call every single foul. If one guy is more aggressive than anyone else, then maybe you get those calls. But this is a team that's coming out and everyone's getting after it.
Here comes Hero. And that is, I believe, last touched by Nick Mayo. Nope. I'm going to say it's going to stay the same direction. Mayo will inbound with 18 on the 24. Mayo turning short. And it's taken by Caroline. Caroline. That's an offensive foul. Out of control. And the ball goes right back to the Heat.
And he gets coming downhill. He is a Mack truck. Caroline is a big man.
We're in the third quarter from Sacramento, 69-43, and a timeout. Well, that's something that Eric Glass is not going to like. Can't inbound the ball there. 69-43, Miami here early third quarter.
And Doug.
9-43. And Miami 70% in this game from beyond the three-point line. Talk about Hero, the rookie out of Kentucky. 12 points. Duncan Robinson leading Miami with 15. Quick foul on the Lakers.
Yeah, also the little areas that the Heat are winning, Grant, the assist, 15 assists, on pace for 30, 15-8 they're beating the Lakers, and then on the backboard 19-12 plus 7 for the Heat in the first half.
Joe Young on that foul. Silva walks in all the way. (71-43). Joe Young, the point guard out of Oregon. Nice pass to Perkins. Blocked shot. Timing it was Chris Silva. Now up top, Young. Into the paint. Drops it off, but a kick ball will get it on the side.
Yeah, Joe Young's coming out a lot more aggressive. He got the first foul on Hero, gets in the paint, drops one that's blocked, and then drops another one right there, except a Miami Heat hand got on it.
Deontay Mayton and Kendrick Nunn on the Miami Summer League roster not playing in this one.
You know, Miami's also giving them a good dose of creativity, because you're seeing them in a man-to-man. Then they inbound the ball and they're in a zone. Then they're trapping. So they're throwing this this Lakers team off. They have to try to decipher the riddle on the fly.
71-43, and Miami right back on the move with Tyler Hero. All SEC second team a year ago for the Kentucky Wildcats. He started every game last year.
That right there is where he needs to tighten up a little bit, Grant, because that tight handle, nice move.
Duncan Robinson.
And he continues to improve. You mentioned it earlier, Grant. Last year he was just pretty much shooting the three.
Yeah.
Now we're watching him shoot the three and put it on the deck.
And that three is in and out. Rebound Mayo, and he's fouled from behind.
Nicely done by Duncan Robinson. I mean, just his ability to shoot the ball makes the defense respond and respect, and then he puts it on the deck, gets to the basket, and finishes. 17
points on 8 field goal attempts for Robinson. That's called efficient.
Very efficient.
.30-point lead. We've had a 40-point swing in this game.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Good pass.
And look at that, barreling in, lowering his shoulders, Chris Silva.
Oh, yeah.
6'9", 225.
He got a shot in the ribs right there. He's going to wake up tomorrow and think he's Anderson Silva.
Yep. Now coming in for the Lakers will be Devontae Cacok, and Perkins will sit down.
what you want to see if you're this Lakers team is you want to see the aggressiveness. You want to see competitiveness, especially on the defensive end.
And Miami greets the Lakers in his own defense. And the foul.
So that's where, Grant, it's up to the guards on the floor to decipher the riddle. And what do I mean by that? There's a trigger to Miami. It's whether they're in the zone. Is it off of a score? Is it off of a free throw, inbounds, out of bounds, those type of things.
Remember that Summer League action continues tomorrow night on NBA TV, ESPN2, and the ESPN app. Memphis, San Antonio, followed by Cleveland and Utah. We'll get game 1 going here on ESPN2 with the Lakers and Warriors, followed by Miami and Sacramento. All of those times Eastern time. 75-44. There's Martin. And he'll get a trip to the foul line.
Nice dribble drive right there. Puts it on the deck.
That foul was on Kaycon.
You mentioned it, Grant. This place is filling up.
Yep.
The grand entrance has the doors open here at Golden Gate Center.
Just spectacular.
It absolutely a beautiful day too.
Yeah, not too hot. You can get scorchers at this time of year. Sacramento, but not today. Beautiful outside in temperature. And Norvo, a blocking foul on Duncan Robinson. This game has slowed down a little bit here in the third quarter in terms of the pace and the tempo, and you can see a lot of whistles.
If you're the Laker bunch, you want the pace to pick up, but you don't want to do it based upon your turnovers, and that's what was happening in the first half.
Zone defense. Norville. Offensive rebound.
Good pass.
Nice. Norville, and he's fouled by Robinson. 2 free throws upcoming for Norville.
Kids out there, if you're watching, don't stay put. Move, pass, cut right there. Norville could have stood at half court. He doesn't. He comes rushing in, gets a nice little backdoor pass, and earns 2 at the free throw line.
(77-45). And he makes them both. 6:30 left here in the third.
Grant, this was a 10-point lead early on in the first quarter by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Martin being guarded tightly by Young. Hero stops, pops, and no good. Tip no good by Mayo. And it's Young. Young spinning, and his jumper is short. Rebound, quick outlet, Martin. Now Hero behind a screen, right back from Martin.
Well, the Lakers got their stop last time down. The inability to create something and make it happen, no?
That's a bump. Hero gets it to Martin. Shot clock at 2. Offensive foul. Good defense by the Lakers on that possession.
Yeah, but see, back-to-back stops. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Now you got to go to the other end, whether it's free throws, the 3 ball, something. You got to create something on the offensive side now.
And now Miami is going to put Charles Cook in. Duncan Robinson, the high scorer in this game, with 17 points out. He also has 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Talk about Cook. Played his college basketball in Dayton. Caroline. He'll continue. High off the window. Forced it. And a foul underneath on Miami.
A lot of physical contact down there right now between these 2 ball clubs. Getting after it.
That foul was on Chris Silva. And now Kyle Alexander's coming in for Silva.
Silva, good minutes. He came in and gave Coach Glass some good work, and he come in with Alexander, a good young player. I like what I saw out of him on the defensive end, whether it was shot blocking, just good stuff.
And a foul on Alexander. Jordan Caroline will get a couple of free throws. Can play with the Nevada Wolfpack. 135 starts and a total of 138 games in his college career.
Working up there for Coach Eric Musselman.
Yeah. Mountain West all-time rebounder.
There you go. A couple trips to the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
And when you're playing against a zone the way that the Lakers are, Grant, you hear people talk about is a pass on time, and it has to hit the player on time, meaning it has to be on a rope. It can't be fumbled or anything, because a zone is set up where players are playing in just an area. So to get that opening, it has to be crisp, and it has to be on the money, and you catch it and you let it go, and that'll bring a team out of a zone if you're able to knock shots down.
Talked about Eric Musselman, now the head coach for the Arkansas Razorbacks, former head coach here in Sacramento and the Warriors.
He did a good job up there with the Nevada Wolfpack. Man, oh man.
Turn that program around. Trey Morning's going to re-enter. Again, the son of Alonzo Mourning coming in for Nick Mayo. (79-47). Nice pass, but missing it from point-blank range was Kaycock.
That's where you got to have a little patience and take your time. Use the rim. The shot blocker can't swing through the rim.
10 on the clock. And a three-pointer this time, not good by Cook. Boy, when Miami misses a three, you almost go, gee, what happened? That's how well they've been shooting before that last one. They were 12 of 18. That three is no good, and the rebound taken by Mourning. Hero with 4:15 left, lost the handle, turns it over, and Norville had to wait for it, gets it underneath. Good effort. And now the foul. Tell you, Alexander got back there on good effort and altered the shot enough, but now picks up the foul.
I've seen better fast breaks, Rand.
Yes.
That was not executed exactly correct, but you like the effort right there. Alexander continues to give you the effort on the defensive end. I like what I see out of this young player.
So Norville's going to go to the line here in this third quarter with Miami controlling all the action. Coming in now, a guy that really played well in the first half for the Lakers, Roscoe Allen.
Yeah, after the Lakers got out to that double-digit lead and then let it go, bring Roscoe in, and he knocked down a couple three-pointers and a couple defensive possessions that he was just particularly solid on.
Roscoe Allen's going to have to wait because he was coming in for the shooter. Now Martin gets a screen, gives it back for Alexander. Missed it. And it's going to stay the same direction.
Good pass right there by Martin, and then Alexander misses the shot, but with a real quick bunnies right back up on the glass, keeping the ball alive and getting an extra possession for the Heat.
Here's Martin, 12 on the clock. Drops it off for Alexander. And it's taken by the Lakers' Caroline, and a foul in the backcourt. Wilder Babb picking up the foul. And that will be free throws with the bonus situation. Not a foul you want to commit in the backcourt.
No, it is a hustle play, but you know, if you're the Lakers right now, you're trying to dirty up the game, trying to get back in it however you can, but now the Heat with the lead, you don't want to commit a foul like that.
Caroline trying to give the Lakers their 50th point and does so. Grant Napier, Doug Christie from Sacramento. It is game 1 of the California Classic. Coming up in a little bit, we'll have Sacramento and Golden State. Turnaround jumper is good. Boy, nice touch there by Trey Mourning.
Yeah, I could see why he could have scored 51 points in a high school game.
Yeah.
Some years, obviously, at Georgetown. He's shown the 3-ball. Now a turnaround jumper in the post. Nicely done.
It's a great place to go to college. That is such a beautiful town. Georgetown, right on Washington, D.C., where we normally stay, not too far from Georgetown. I always love walking around there.
It is spectacular. We went to the practice facility. They have a just incredible practice facility. My ex-teammate, Mr. Patrick Ewing, now running the helm there.
Yep. Defensive 3-second violation in a technical.
One thing, if you are the Lakers, I mean, you got to extend this game, so you got to start picking up full court and try to get after these guys.
Miami leading 81-50. We're in the third with 2:55 remaining. Scored the Lakers by 10 in the first. The second quarter, they dominated 37-20. And they have outscored the Lakers here in the third 14-10. And that's why they have an 81-50 lead. And that free throw is no good by Martin.
If you're Coach Glass, Coach Eric Glass of the Miami Heat, you got to be extremely impressed with the way that your team is competing on the defensive end, shooting the 3-ball, creating turnovers, switching from zone to man. A lot of good stuff from the Heat team.
Mourning lost the handle and turns it over. That's only the 7th turnover for Miami. And again, this arena continues to fill up as we get closer to the second game, which has the host team, Sacramento, taking on Golden State.
I think we may be at capacity by that time. Eh?
Yep. Allen. Nice pass again.
He's
this
showing
time
you, showing you a little bit of everything, Grant.
And this time a foul is called on Kaycock. Down to 2:24 left here in the third. Hey, the Junior NBA Global Championship, the NBA's youth basketball tournament for top 13 and 14-year-old boys and girls teams from around the world, returns this August to ESPN's Wide World of Sports complex at Walt Disney World. To learn more, visit juniornba.com/global championship.
Can you imagine being a 13 or 14-year-old and going, I'm a world champion?
And going to Disney World. It's not bad.
You plug it all together. I mean, really, I'm a world champion. We played teams from all over the world and we won.
That is pretty remarkable.
I was playing in a local community center.
And we're going to Disney World.
Look at you.
Caroline.
Good pass.
Nice.
Nicely done. That's all created by the hustle of the Heat as well. Everyone running the floor, giving the ball handle multiple options there.
Officials having a conversation. Mark Lindsay, Ben Taylor, Trey Maddox, and decided that the foul is on Roscoe Allen. First foul on Allen. Down to 2:04 in this slow-moving third quarter after a brisk first half. A lot of whistles in this third quarter.
That game slowed down a little bit.
And a rebound taken by Caroline.
Better defensive effort by the Lakers. They've gotten some stops. They just haven't been able to put the ball in the basket.
And they will have 2 free throws here. Getting to the line, back is Kaycock.
A great pass right there. Kaycock goes up strong, earns 2 at the stripe.
Well, the one thing about him, when you look at his numbers from UNC Wilmington, that most of his baskets are right on top of the basket because he was a career 63.9% field goal shooter.
Yeah, that would be probably little jump hooks, dunks, things of that nature in the paint.
Now coming in for the Lakers is Howard. So Jordan Howard is in.
I think Kobe Carl looking for anybody that wants to give him a spark right now. We'll see what Mr. Jordan Howard can do.
Well, they may have picked up Jordan Howard at halftime because he's not even on our roster. So, yes, I would believe that's accurate.
You are the best, man.
Whoa, nice pass. And Silva with the dunk set up beautifully by Nick Weiler-Babb.
Beautiful pass right there.
And that's going the other way on a turnover.
I think we got a sub coming in, Norval.
Caroline is out. (84-53).
Good defense.
To the floor, Morning. Bullet pass, never got there. And they're going to say it's off of Miami.
Yeah, I think Kobe Carl has to be excited by the fact that the Lakers are taking some pride on the defensive end, coming out, getting after it.
Jordan Howard, by the way, is from Central Arkansas. That's where he played his college basketball. Under a minute here in the third quarter. Howard, Allen takes the bump and will get to the line. He was fouled by Weiler-Babb.
Good move right there by Allen. Again, he set everything up with showing the Heat that he can knock down the 3 ball, now putting the ball on the deck. This is the second time he's earned 2 at the stripe.
That foul on Weiler-Babb, whose brother Chris played with the Celtics for a year back in 2013-14.
There you go. Make it a family affair.
Allen with the free throws, 84-54. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Better. I like this out of Howard. He picked up full court. Not anything special. Just you're not going to be able to bring it up at your convenience and how you want to. Show him a little pressure.
Jeremiah Martin. Step back foul line jumper. Boy, he has played well.
Man.
That's 9 points for Martin.
Step back, Bobby Jack. Knock it down.
Norval's 3. And the Heat can hold for the final shot. 86-54. And again, a final opportunity for Miami. Martin. And there is Allen with the foul to give. That's a good foul to give right there because there's 3.6. You know, a lot of times you see that when there's too much time on the clock. That was perfect.
Yes, well done. And that's the communication between the coaching staff and the players, understanding what we want to execute.
Silva, 1 second. Morning. So we'll go to the fourth. It's all Miami. 10 minutes left here in game 1 from the California Classic, and the Heat lead the Lakers 86-54.
Look, make a wish.
Taking a look at the crowd now as this place is going to be rocking here in a little bit as the second game has Sacramento and Golden State, but we have 10 minutes remaining in game 1 of 6 here in the California Classic. Miami leading the Lakers 86-54. Miami will have the ball to start this fourth quarter. Hero is in there with Weiler Babb. Also Mayo with Silva. And now with the basketball is Charles Cook. That ball is off of Miami.
Actually, I called it off of the Lakers. I think it's, yeah, stays with Miami.
8 on, or rather 9 on the clock. Cook. Cut off. Cook, 2 to shoot.
Gotta go.
Gotta go is right, and that's a 24-second violation.
These are the little teaching points and different things that as they go back and watch the film and sit down, Coach Eric Glass and Kobe Carl look at the film and sit down with the team and point out little things that they would like them to improve upon in game 2.
Eric Holman has come in for the first time, number 35 for the Lakers out of Mississippi State. And that drive is good, and a foul, a chance for a 3-point play. So a good drive. 9:15 left in the fourth.
Yeah, that was nicely done. Babb finds a little opening and gets to his left hand. Beautiful delivery at the basket. Harm and one at the line.
Allen was fouled in the backcourt by Silva. Second foul on Silva.
Great effort right there by Silva. He reached over and tried to get that rebound.
Miller, McIntyre, and Howard with Allen. And as we told you, in for the first time is Holman and Norville. Those are the 5 on the floor for the Lakers. And nice job by Allen. He gets in there and tips it home. 9, or rather 11 points for Allen. Bank shot is good by Charles Cook. Quickly up the court, Norville has a step. Norville, and that is swatted away.
Oh.
And a foul. Let's hope that Chris Silva's okay. Gotta love the effort there.
My goodness, yes, he's going up top and making sure that has no chance at all. Earns 2 at the line, but Silva bounces right back up. Norville at the line for 2.
So 8:39 left, and Norville with a couple of free throws. And now Norville has 10 points.
Yeah, if you're going to go to the hole against this Miami Heat team, you better go strong.
Yes, you better. Yep.
Silva, Alexander, they're all in there, and they are coming hard.
90 seconds played here in the fourth. Now Hero works on Allen, creates some space. See, I love that right there.
Wow, that is beautifully done, and that's the NBA today. You get a switch, you get a big on you, real nice hard dribble, and then a step back escape and knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, that's the word, the escape.
Yes.
The jab step created space and was able to not only get the shot off, but he made the shot, made it look easy, and he's got 15 points.
Yeah, beautiful separation.
Yep. Here he is again.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, he's right. That's 18 points. That's his 5th three-pointer of the game.
He is a good young prospect. You like what you see out of him, Grant.
Howard answers back from downtown.
Yes, he says I might not be in the scouting report, but know my name.
Tyler Hero, again, the Miami Heat's first-round pick, taken 13th overall 2 weeks ago.
Oh, boy.
Showing range, no good. That is what you would call your basic heat check.
Yes, sir.
And now Faye is coming into the game. And also Trey Mourning. So Ibrahim Faye
Yes, he is.
Played in Europe last year. Oh, there he is already.
Yeah, he's been the MVP of the Jordan Classic, Basketball Without Borders.
Yep, he's from Senegal.
Yeah, incredible program by the NBA that has found Joel Embiid, and now with Faye, maybe another young talent.
Allen, short, comes back to the Lakers. Shot clock reset to 14. And Faye has it.
You know, if you saw that shot right there, Grant, there was a contest. That was one thing that Pat Riley always used to emphasize is I don't care, run at them and contest, because it's always shown that contested shots bring shooting percentages down.
That's no good by Hero. Well, I would imagine early in your career, you learned a lot from being on that roster.
You did. I mean, first of all, I learned that I could play defense, because I wasn't thinking about defense. So, you know, you want to score and shoot and all those different things. There's another side to the basketball, and I learned that with Pat Riley and the New York Knicks with Van Gundy, and it was a blessing, because those are the things that take you through. Learn how to be a professional, learn how to make sure you come early and stay late in the gym and put your work in, all the things that are required to be successful at this level.
And driving to the basket is Cook. He'll earn a trip to the line. 6:21 left here in the game.
You asked if Hero was nervous. Do you think he's nervous?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, I asked that.
Yeah, you know, you're right.
It's the next step,
yes,
in the evolution of where you want to go.
Right, which it's the unknown.
Right,
so
that's correct.
I mean, by nature, you should be a little butterflies about, my first quote-unquote NBA game, and for him to come out, I thought really Eric Glass putting the ball in his hands, that'll take some nervousness away, because you got to deal with the guy in front of you immediately.
Yeah, I mean, you made a great point. I mean, when you're playing at Rupp Arena in front of 23,000 people, and that, oh my goodness, and a chance for a three-point play.
Faye.
Wait, the basket counts, but the foul's going the other way.
I like that right there, though.
Yeah, you think?
Oh boy, well, you see what he can do. He's going to attack the glass.
Yeah. 99-61, Norville. And that's an offensive foul on Norville. Used his off arm.
Yeah, a little wipe away right there as he went to the basket.
It's all Miami here in game one of the California Classic. Cook blocked. Nicely done on the timing by Holman. Howard, and a chance for a three-point play.
Just a great possession by the Lakers. Defense to offense, ball doesn't touch the floor.
Timeout. We have 5:57 left in the fourth. Miami with the big lead. We have 5:57 left here in the first game between Miami and the LA Lakers. Free throw upcoming for Howard as he tries to complete the three-point play.
And that's where right before the break, Grant, the Lakers need more of that. You create defense, create your offense, get out, ball doesn't touch the floor. Howard gets a basket and then earns one at the line.
And Faye with the rebound. And that ball knocked away off the hands of Norville. Miami with 11 on the shot clock.
Yeah, good defense right there by Norville.
Again, 11 on the 24 as it comes into Martin. Cook, a good look from three.
Good pass.
Oh, very nice pass. Allen to Allen, and it's Roscoe Allen with the dunk.
Well, that's what you call leading your teammate right there.
And that's Howard breaking it up. Numbers the other way for the Lakers. It's a 4-on-2. Norville kicks out. Now it's Howard. The catch and shoot. And he comes in and is playing well.
Well, it starts on the defensive end. The Lakers are playing some defense, getting some stops, and getting this Miami Heat on their heels, and now they're knocking down a few shots.
99-68. Good job knocking it away was Norville. Now it's stolen by Allen. Again, it's Allen and Allen. And this time, finishing it off, it is Marcus Allen.
Yes.
9-0 run for the Lakers. 98-70 with 4:30 left here in game one.
It looks to be an easy game when you get stops or you make shots. If you do both, forget about it.
Mayo into the lane. Fouled by Allen. Roscoe Allen got him on the arm. Free throws upcoming. That's the 4th foul on Allen. And Mayo with a couple of free throws here.
Roscoe Allen has came in and given Kobe Carl and the Lakers some good minutes. Defensively, he has been solid. Knocked down some 3 balls.
Nick Mayo, the all-time leading scorer at Eastern Kentucky.
Oh, yes.
124 starts over his career. A 100-point effort. It's going to stay Laker ball. 16 on the clock. Howard working on Martin. Norville attacks into the corner. Marcus Allen. And a foul gets a couple of free throws.
Now that's how you're going to have to go, because Faye has come in and just like Alexander, they're ready at the basket. So you're going to have to attack with some ferocity and strength.
Well, we were so impressed when we saw Miami play last year in the summer league. It's just again, they have a system. You talked about this.
Yes.
That's just the way they play one way.
Yeah, plug and play. And listen, if you're not going to play, I got a seat for you. It's in the front row. Sit down. Somebody else is going to come in, and they are going to give the proper effort. It's beautiful to watch.
Sounds simple.
Yes, well, actually it is. If you stand behind it and execute it, and best believe Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra do just that.
Well, it's resulted in a couple of championships in Miami. Nice defense. Allen.
The pass.
Oh, yes, indeed. And it comes to Miami. 3:25 left, 100-71.
I like when the guards penetrate to the basket and they keep their head up looking for their teammates when the help comes.
Howard. Oh, a deep 3 and no good from Holman.
Give it a shot, huh, big fella?
And the foul is called on the Lakers. It's on Norville, and that stops the clock for a mandatory timeout. 2:56 left. 100-71 Miami. Here in game one from Sacramento, and we have Miami controlling play up by 29.
With the exception of the start of the first quarter, this is Miami Heat has just grabbed control of this game. As you see another 3-ball go down for the Heat.
That's 14 now in 27 tries.
I think that's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah, that's going to win you a lot of ball games. Uh-oh. Boy, oh boy. And getting up very slowly is Carroll in front of us. And the tip in. (103.73). Martin. And Martin with a chance for one more, a three-point play.
Good strong move right there. Putting the ball on the deck, taking the bump, creating contact in taking the bump and finishing at the basket. I believe he showed a little rocking the baby right there, Russell Westbrook.
Three-point play, 106.73. Again, the offensive production in this game for Miami.
Yes.
You know, in a 40-minute game, and we still have just under 2 minutes left to have 106 points. That is impressive.
It is. 67 at the half, Grant.
Yeah. That foul is on Cook. It's his first. Lakers will inbound. 15 three-pointers for Miami in 27 tries. 7 players for Miami in double figures. All 5 starters in double figures. Good defense. And there's Faye again. Boy, is he active.
Yes, he is.
And a foul on Allen. First in the last 2 minutes.
One thing, Grant, about this Heat team is you know how they're going to play. They're going to come out and D up. So the fact that they get guys in their program that are going to play the way that they want to see them play on the floor. So you know that you're going to get the effort. So if you're not ready to play against this Heat team, they will smack you.
Howard. Oh, he hits another three from the same spot. So Howard, again, it wasn't even on our original roster. Has 11 points in 10 minutes. He has not missed. He's 4 of 4.
He just wants you to remember his name.
Well, I will. I've got him down for the rest of the California Classic. And let's see whose ball it is. Going to be Laker ball.
A lot of contact down there. Guys playing hard.
Exactly 1 minute remaining. Here's Howard. Howard, same spot. This time Mayo ran at him, so he goes and off the heel of the iron. And a little bit out of control there was Charles Cook. Stays Miami ball with 14 on the shot clock.
For game number 1 of the California Classic, both teams came out and got after it. The Miami Heat, though, shooting the 3-ball early and almost shooting the 3-ball late.
Faye cutting to the basket. Mayo block shot taken by Howard. Down a half minute. Allen. Now Marcus Allen. And a 3-ball is good by Jeffrey Carroll. And that should do it. Miami doesn't need to do anything other than walk it across and hold on. So the Miami Heat, they make 15 3-pointers in 29 attempts. And they win the first game of this California Classic 106-79. Led by Robinson's and Hero combining for 35 points. They were outstanding. Game 1 goes to the Miami Heat, 106-79.
Now you can buy faster.
And Napier and Doug Christie back with you here in Sacramento as the crowd getting a little revved up as both teams have taken the court. Golden State and Sacramento for the nightcap. But we go back and again we talk about what we saw in game number 1, a dominating performance by the Miami Heat. They were down 10 early, but then they really took off. They never looked back.
Yes, they did. They shot over 50% from behind the arc, and it was all the defense, I thought, that really set the tone. The three ball started falling before you know it, down 10, up 10, and then they ran away with it.
Yeah, and we talk about the rookie taking 13th overall, entire hero out of Kentucky, and you talk about, obviously, you know, Duncan Robinson and how good he was.
Well, Duncan Robinson was impressive last year. He's come back and he's put a little dribble to his game. Tyler Hero, who you mentioned, I like what Coach Glass did with him, allowing him to handle the basketball and seeing if he can run the point a little bit, and he really came through. A lot of poise in what I've seen from Hero.
Yeah, a lot of poise, and again, the three-point shot, that was the difference in the game. They were Miami just was outstanding.
They were. They also, Grant, whether it was man-to-man or whether it was zone defense or a combination, really kept the Lakers off, and they just took over the game and ran away with it.
Yeah, so you got to be impressed if you're looking at the Miami Summer League team with a very good debut. And two of their key players on the Summer League team didn't even play, and that's Mayton and Nunn. They didn't even play. They, not sure if they'll play tomorrow, but we saw Kendrick Nunn a year ago, and how impressive he was in this Summer League.
Well, you know, he can score the basketball. He played with the Santa Cruz Warriors, and he averaged 19 points. So from the point guard position, and he was prolific at Oakland in New Hampshire, I believe it is. Boy, oh boy, he can score the basketball. Almost 26 a game in college, comes to the NBA, and in the G League gives you 19 a night.
Yeah, all right. Again, the Kings and the Warriors warming up. This place is really filled up as I'm looking around, and this second game should be a lot of fun. But a high-scoring first game, and again, you see the crowd with the Kings and the Warriors getting ready for the second game. We'll take the break, and we'll preview game number 2 coming up here from Sacramento on the California Classic.
Rings.
Well, we welcome you back to Sacramento, the California Classic. Sacramento and Golden State getting ready to square off here from the capital of California in a beautiful day. The doors are open, the crowd is coming in, and we can't wait to get this one started. Grant Napier and Doug Christie calling the game for you. And, you know, when you talk about the Kings, as you look at Caleb Swanigan, who the Kings acquired in a trade right before the deadline with the Portland Trailblazers. But I'm looking at the Warriors, and I'm looking at all of the players on their Summer League team with NBA experience.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy is right. I mean, Travis Ware, Malachi Richardson, Damian Jones, Davon Reed, Jimmer Fredette. I mean, Brandon Sampson. A lot of players, you know, have NBA experience on this Warriors Summer League squad.
Which is going to allow head coach Aaron Miles to be a little bit more aggressive, as you see Jimmer Fredette right there of Kings fame, and obviously over in China did some big things. But you can be a little bit more exotic when you have the NBA veterans and players that have played games, and you're going to get that poise. So this will be a good test for this young Kings team.
Yeah, and then at the other end of the floor, we're going to get a look at the guy that was the NCAA MVP of the Final Four.
Oh, boy.
And that's Kyle Guy, who the Kings took in the second round. He's going to start in this game for Sacramento. So we'll get an early look at him. And one thing we know, he can play under the lights in terms of the pressure. He was so clutch for that title run of the Virginia Cavaliers.
Yeah, well, in the semifinal game, knocking down the 3 free throws, he's a player. Got to watch him a little bit in practice. Grant really liked the poise that I see out of the young player. You don't know, is he going to be able to be a combo guard? Will he be able to play some point? But more than anything, he's got some swag about him.
All right, we are just a couple moments away from the start of game 2. Kings warming up, and we'll give you the starting lineups here in a moment, but we told you that one of the starters, and we'll be talking a lot about him, and that is Kyle Guy for Sacramento. Also Caleb Swanigan will start as well for Sacramento. The Warriors, you know, again, they are loaded as far as a Summer League roster. You know, Jacob Evans is going to start with Damian Jones, Eric Paschal with Jordan Poole, Davon Reed. You know, we know a lot about Jimmer Fredette, his career beginning here in Sacramento. Malachi Richardson his career, beginning here in Sacramento before going over to Toronto. So again, they have a lot of players with NBA experience that we're going to see in this second game.
Yeah, and you got to know that this is a Warriors team that is, I guess what you want to say, on the rebuild. You're going to see, like you said, Jordan Poole, 6'5", out of Michigan, 28th pick, and two seasons at Michigan, a talented player. So what can he do at this level? He's going to get an opportunity for sure.
So the horn is sounded, and the teams will go to their respective benches, and we'll have the announcement of the starters for the second game of the California Classic.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, in this particular game, we're not going to see Marvin Bagley of the Kings or Frank Mason. May see them tomorrow or Wednesday.
I'm hoping, because this is the type of game for Marvin Bagley. You want to come out and set yourself apart. And for Frank Mason, this is one of those type of situations where he can really prove himself and really get some traction with this Kings team. Similar for Caleb Swanigan. He's trying to find his way in this league and show that he belongs.
Warriors being introduced in their starters. We talked about Evans, Poole, Jones, Paschal, and Reed. Paschal, and we're going to run down these players, but you know, a guy like Paschal, out of the outstanding college program of Villanova, where he had 109 starts, and you know, a guy that can really play, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. He was so good in college for Villanova. And now the Kings will be introduced.
Good turnout for a summer league game, that is for sure.
There's Wenyen Gabriel, the Kings two-way player a year ago. Did not play up in the NBA, spent the entire time with the Stockton Kings. There's Hollis Thompson. He's had 5 years of NBA experience, 4 years with Philadelphia and New Orleans. He's played in 265 games, 90 starts. Here's Caleb Swanigan. Again, the Kings acquired him in a trade from Portland. 21 games with Portland and Sacramento a year ago. Here's Christian out of Xavier. He played 64 games with Oklahoma City back in 2016 and 17, and the ovation for the Kings second-round pick Kyle Guy out of Virginia. Final four most outstanding player. There he is, wearing number 7, which is the number Jimmer Fredette wore when he was here in Sacramento in his early part of his career. Well, the energy is certainly picked up in this building for the nightcap.
Oh, yes. This is what you like to see right here. The turnout is spectacular. This is starting off Summer League basketball, as you mentioned. Vegas coming up on the 6th. But the first through the third, it is the Capital Classic in Sacramento.
Excellent officiating crew again with Tony Brown, Brent Barnaky, and Carl Lane.